right, guys, I'm here today with Mark Ford. Mark, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Excellent
Thank you.
to hear. So you're part of our organization that's helping out with the celebration today, correct?
Yes, so I work for Feeding America. We're the largest nonprofit organization that addresses hunger and food insecurity in our country. Our headquarters are in Chicago, Illinois, and we support 200 food banks that are under our network, along with about 60,000 what we call partner agencies. Those could be food pantries or school programs that provide meals. So we have an umbrella of about 200 food banks and 60,000 partner agencies that we support.
Wow, that's fantastic. And what is your role within the company?
So I'm the Director of Native and Tribal Partnerships. It's a new position. I've been with Feeding America for about 15 months now. And my position goes to support our food banks and those partner agencies on how to better serve our tribal and Native communities. So some of them are doing a great job of providing food and partnering with the tribes. Others are wanting to learn how to do that. And so I come in as a way to offer support for the work they're doing with tribes. We're also trying to bring those food banks who are working with tribes together in a network where they can start partnering with each other and sharing best practices and bringing up obstacles that we could support in overcoming and to better serve our tribal communities. So we also have some presentations by Native American experts in food sovereignty, those who are chefs or nutritionists. They come in and they do a number of trainings or presentations for the staff at Feeding America as well as the staff of the food banks around the country.
That's fantastic. So obviously food security is a major deal, obviously. But what does it mean for you having all these tribes coming together, you more or less being a liaison, helping them come together? What does that mean to you?
So it's not so much the tribes coming together, it's the food banks who are coming together to better support the tribes. And it means a lot to me because Native Americans have one of the highest food insecurity rates in this country. Somewhere between 1 to 4, 1 to 5 Native Americans suffer from hunger or food insecurity. And so it's a real issue, especially in our tribal communities that are very rural and isolated, geographically isolated. So some of our reservations in like Arizona or Alaska, South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, where it's 100 miles to get to a grocery store. And most of the food that's accessible are like convenient store gas stations that provide mostly processed foods. It's hard to find very fresh produce there. And so the idea is for our food banks to partner with the tribes, to listen to tribes around their solutions, their needs of how to address hunger and food insecurity. And some tribes are doing a wonderful job. They have Native American food sovereignty programs that we're looking how we can invest in those communities to better support the solutions that they already have in addressing those issues.
Definitely, food, like I said, food security is a big deal, not only for the common American, but as you said, as Native Americans as well.
Yes.
Shifting from that to the cultural celebration that we're at today, what does it mean to you for having it here in Bentonville, here in Northwest Arkansas?
Well, first of all, the Museum of Native American History is such a wonderful resource, not only here in Arkansas, but around the country. The staff is incredible. The way that the museum's set up and the way they address that Native people are still alive and strong and present. It's not just celebrating the history of Native Americans prior to colonization, but what is happening now. So these convenings, these conferences, these opportunities to bring people together to celebrate the cultures and those initiatives around food sovereignty that we want to support as an organization at Feeding America. So it's so important for us to be here to help support and sponsor these events because it shows the dynamic that's going on of where Native people really do have solutions to the problems that they face. They just need a platform to share those ideas, to share those solutions, and they need resources. They need our support.
Right. Yeah, I know as Hispanic Americans, we have our native tribes down there as well.
Yes.
And it's difficult to get their voice out because there's not really, like I said, they don't have a platform to do so.
Right,
But,
right.
we learning from you guys, we can probably help out one another.
For sure. And we are supporting communities of color from around the country. So a lot of our food banks have wonderful programs for refugees, for immigrants, for supporting Black communities, Asian American communities, and other communities that exist out there who are in need or who are doing wonderful things and they just need a little support.
Definitely.
So I'm proud that that Feeding America is really supporting those food banks and those initiatives taking place in communities, both urban and rural.
Right. Well, what you guys are doing is fantastic work, and what you're doing for your culture and your tribes is just phenomenal. So thank you so much. We appreciate your time here.